All right, this is problem number 49, section 4.1, and we have to find the maximum and minimum of this equation on this interval. So in order to find the numbers that we are going to test initially, we're going to have to take the derivative of this whole equation. So that would be 6x squared minus 6x minus 12. And so we see that we want to factor out a 6, so we want to factor it. And we can factor this even further. So that would be 6, and this would be x minus 1. That would be x minus 2, x plus 1. And so we see the numbers we want to test here are 2 and negative 1. So we want to plug it into the original equation, which is up here, 2 times the number cubed minus 3 times the number squared minus 12 times the number plus 1. So if we plug in 2 here, we would get so 2 times 2 cubed would be 16 minus 3 times 2 squared would be, this would be 12, and minus 24 plus 1. So 16 minus 12 is 4, minus 24 is negative, minus 24 would be negative 20, plus 1 would be negative 19. So we have that value right there, so we want to put it off to the side just to see if we can check if it's the minimum later on. And so we erase all this, we plug in another number, our other number, which would be negative 1. So negative 1, negative 1, and negative 1. So we would get negative 1 cubed is negative 1, so that would be negative 2 minus negative 1 squared, which would be just regular 1, so that would just be minus 3. And this would be minus 12, minus a minus 12, so that would be plus 12, plus 1, so that would be 13, and this would be negative 3 plus 13, so that would be 10. Negative 3 plus 13 would be 10, minus 2 would be 8. So that's one of the values. So we put that off to the side, and now our last step is to test the actual critical, the points on the end of on the interval, which we can see up here, which was given to us in the problem, negative 2 and 3. So we just want to plug in negative 2 here, see what we get. Okay, so that's negative 2. So we have negative 2 here, which would be negative 2 cubed would be negative 8, and times 2 would be 16, negative 16. And then we would have minus 3 times negative 2 cubed. So 3 times negative 2 squared would be, this is 4, and this would be 12, so that would be minus 12. And we would have minus then 2 times 12, which would be a minus 24, so it would be plus 24 plus 1. So we just have to check. So we have, this is right, negative 16 minus, this would be minus positive 12 plus, because of the minus 24 plus 1. So we would get 25. So minus 16 minus, so 16 minus 12, negative 16 minus 12 would be negative 28. And we would get negative 28 plus 25, which would be negative 3. Okay, so that is almost our last value. We just have to test one more number to see what our negatives, our absolute maximum and minimum are. So we just erase these quickly, and we plug in our last number, which is 3. So 3, 3, 3, Alright, so we have 2 times 3 cubed, so 3 cubed is 27, so that would be 49. I'm sorry, that would be 54. Minus 3 times 3 squared, so 9, so that would be minus 18. And this would be minus 36 plus 1, so we see that 37, and we see 54 minus 18, so that would be, I believe, 36. So that'd be, I guess that'd be, let me just double check, 36 plus 18, we have 4, carry the 1, yes, 54. Okay, so that would be 36. So then, and then it'd be minus, minus 36, which would be 0 plus 1, which is 1. Okay, so that's our last thing. So we see that our absolute, our minimum, our most minimum number is negative 19, and our maximum is 8.